The one thing that we all have to deal with in this incarnation is the body, this suit, the meat sack that we're walking around in, as people have called it. What role does the body play in our spiritual evolution, and how can we better listen to it as a teacher?
Well, the first thing we have to understand is that the spirit, even though I know it looks this way from our linear physical perspective, the spirit doesn't enter the body. The body exists within the spirit. If you imagine our soul as a sphere of energy, that's its natural shape in non-physical reality. It's a sphere of energy. And if you imagine that that sphere is filled with rippling energy, like you throw a stone into a pond, you see ripples. So there are different concepts within the soul that are represented, say, by ripples of energy. And let's say the soul decides, I want to have a physical experience, this thing called physical incarnation. So what is my life plan? What challenges do I want to help my soul expand and learn more? I want this challenge, I want this challenge, I want that challenge. Those challenges are represented by specific individual vibrations and ripples within the soul. So it takes those ripples, those frequencies, and it concentrates them into the center of the sphere. Its focal point. It's a focal point. That doesn't mean the sphere diminishes. It's just that it's taken some of those vibrations and created a focal point, a concentration in the center of the sphere. Creates kind of a crystallized seed that represents the crystallization of those particular vibrations, which represent specific experiences. That crystal focal point in the center of the soul is the physical personality, is the physical experience, is the physical body, is everything physical that we experience. That's happening within the soul. So the idea is that when the physical then allows itself to expand a little bit back out and starts matching the vibrations of the greater soul in dealing with the experiences that are presented to it as a physical experience, then it starts becoming more aligned. It starts becoming something that's capable of flowing more of the soul through itself in a more natural way. But it starts out with the idea of the limitations it imposed upon itself, of the challenges it imposed upon itself in order to learn new lessons, in order to discover new things, new perspectives, which it cannot do in the soul level because the soul level is connected to everything. There's no change there. It just knows everything. But when it limits itself by creating this focal point, then it sets up the experience of forgetting who it is, in a sense, so that it can expand slowly and in expanding, remember who it is by becoming bigger and bigger and going back out toward the diameter of the soul sphere. So that way it learns lessons on the way of its expansion. It discovers new ways of expanding back out to the soul sphere. And then the next incarnation is, okay, now I'm going to take these vibrations and concentrate them in the middle. And now I'm going to expand back out in a different way to learn different lessons. And now I'm another incarnation. So the idea of reincarnation after reincarnation is almost like the soul breathing within itself, concentrating down to a focal point, expanding back out from a new direction, concentrating down to a focal point, expanding back out from a new direction, constantly, constantly, constantly.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's so poetically done. Darryl
Thank you.
said that. That's beautiful. I was actually a little bit lost for words after that. I don't know why. It seemed that way because I've never heard of it breathing, the soul breathing with its incarnations. It's a beautiful idea. To watch the full video, click on the link below and don't forget to subscribe.